This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. Well, we begin with tragedy in central Bakersfield. We've learned 2 people, including a child, are killed in a house fire. The fire broke out yesterday afternoon at a home on 32nd Street near San Dimas Street. Officials have yet to confirm the identities of who died in the fire, but neighbors tell us a couple in their 60s lived there and that the woman was disabled. That woman and a preteen boy were killed. We've reached out to Bakersfield Fire Department to learn more about the blaze, and we'll have a full story update tonight on 17 News at 5. Now, in your 17 Court Watch, opening statements began in the trial of a man accused of killing 3 people in their home. In 2010, 20-year-old Tokunbo Okuwoga allegedly shot 22-year-old Philippe Bravo Jr., his father Philippe Sr., and Philippe Jr.'s girlfriend Diana Caraveo. Police say Okuwoga killed Bravo Jr. to prevent him from testifying against him for a robbery the two committed the year before. Since then, he has repeatedly been found incompetent, so his criminal hearings have been suspended for years. Okuwoga has pleaded not guilty. Okuwoga faces life in prison without the possibility of parole if convicted. And a man is found guilty in connection to a shooting and assault against his brother-in-law last year. A Kern County jury found Joseph Luis Perez guilty on 8 charges, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm, criminal threats, and drug possession. This happened in August of last year at a ranch in Wasco. According to the district attorney's office, Perez faces a possible sentence of 25 years to life, plus 29 years and 4 months as a third strike because of 2 previous convictions of robbery and assault. Perez is scheduled to be sentenced on June 11th. Well, new at noon, we now know the name of the man who died after leading officers on a chase. It happened Tuesday morning when 44-year-old Michael Alvarez reportedly kidnapped and sexually assaulted a young teen on Niles Street. The girl called police from inside Alvarez's car and was able to escape in Arvin. California Highway Patrol officers were able to catch up to the car on Highway 99 before that car crashed into the center divider. Alvarez died at the scene. Well, today marks 144 days, more than 20 weeks since 4-year-old Oren and 3-year-old Orson West reported missing from their home in California City. The Bakersfield Police Department has not reported on any new developments, but say they have not given up on the search. If you have any information about the missing boys that might be useful to investigators, you can remain anonymous and call the Secret Witness Hotline at 322-4040. You can find all the latest updates to this story on our website, kget.com. And Bakersfield police are asking for your help in finding a 58-year-old man reported missing last night, Carlos Hernandez. Police say he was last seen in the area of South Owen Street near East Brundage Lane around 7 p.m. Hernandez is described as 5 feet 1 inch tall, weighing 130 pounds with black and gray hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt and dark colored pants. BPD says Hernandez is considered at risk because of a medical condition. If you have any information about Hernandez's whereabouts, you are asked to contact the Bakersfield Police Department at 327-7111. All right, well, today's a major turning point in America. The CDC is now saying that fully vaccinated people can go without masks or social distancing in most places, both indoors and outdoors. The message from the CDC is pretty straightforward. If you've got the shot, you can ditch the mask in almost all circumstances. There are some exceptions, like going to the doctor's office and taking public transportation, including planes. Health officials say it comes after 2 weeks of impressive data, including case number dropping significantly across the country. Meantime, our local health department says despite the CDC's announcement, they are not lifting their mask mandates, at least not yet. Kern Public Health says for now they're awaiting guidance from the state health department before relaxing the mask requirements. Now, the state is reviewing the new CDC guidance and continues to encourage Californians to get vaccinated. California looks to fully reopen June 15th. Now to the latest numbers, a glimmer of hope as public health reports only 9 new cases of coronavirus in Kern County and no new deaths today. The state reports 39 people are being treated for more acute symptoms of COVID-19 in local hospitals, and 8 patients are in area intensive care units. Well, you've got multiple options across the county when it comes to getting the COVID-19 vaccine, but one mass vaccination site is about to close. Cal State Bakersfield is offering first doses of the vaccine through today. Then the site will close in order to transition to mobile clinics. Organizers say these clinics will allow the vaccines to reach communities in need and fight vaccine hesitancy. CVS and Rite Aid pharmacies announced they will administer the Pfizer vaccine to children ages 12 to 15 at all of its locations, including here in Kern County. Parents or guardians can schedule appointments for those 18 and under with Rite Aid on their website of CVS Pharmacy. You can also make that appointment on their app as well. Walk-ins will be accepted at CVS. Rite Aid also has a way to bring vaccines directly to schools, community centers, churches, and other organizations. You can request on-site vaccine clinics conducted by Rite Aid's pharmacy team. And a reminder for the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines, the age is 18 and up. For the Pfizer vaccine, anyone 12 and older is eligible. You can find your nearest vaccine site just heading to the state's website, myturn.ca.gov. You can sign up for an appointment. You can also call 833-422-4255.
Clinica Sierra Vista is now offering rapid COVID-19 testing and COVID-19 vaccinations. Call 833-278-4584 to make your appointment. But don't delay. Clinica Sierra Vista, putting patients first.
Well, Governor Gavin Newsom is proposing a multi-billion-dollar state budget, including help for the most disadvantaged. In Newsom's $268 billion proposal, he wants to use a sliver of the state's massive budget surplus to give poor people money each month with no rules on how they spend it. Newsom's proposal includes $35 million over 5 years to pay for universal basic income pilot programs. The idea is to give poor people money each month to help ease the stresses of poverty that can make it harder to find full-time jobs and stay healthy. Well, since the start of the pandemic, the No Kid Hungry campaign has provided over $10 million of funding across the state of California. Programs such as No Kid Hungry campaign are important because a large portion of students in the county are considered socioeconomically disadvantaged. Kern County Superintendent of Schools says they were delivering food to about 120,000 students a day. So the pandemic was a huge worry for school systems when it came to the nutritional well-being of their students.
In Kern County, prior to the pandemic, it was about 1 out of 5 children were facing hunger. Nationally, it was around 1 out of 6. And then post-pandemic, we were looking at 1 in 4 children facing hunger.
The No Kid Hungry campaign also just provided a grant to the summer meals programs for the Kern County Library. The total grant being provided to the Boys and Girls Club of Bakersfield is worth over $45,000. Well, after a year of sickness and isolation, a local organization is celebrating the incredible generosity of one foundation. The Ravi and Nana Patel Foundation was awarded with the Community Investment Award for their commitment to the community. Throughout the past year, over 52,000 meals have been donated by the foundation to feed food insecure families through the local church. Every day, 200 meals are being taken to communities with the highest needs, and in celebration of their hard work, Mayor Karen presented the two with a certificate of recognition. Taking a look ahead, Bakersfield College graduates will get to celebrate their achievements this weekend during a virtual ceremony. Now, it's happening on Sunday at 6 o'clock right here on KGET. We will be streaming the event on our website, kget.com, and our Facebook page. You don't need a Facebook account to watch the stream. Every graduate who chooses to participate will be honored with their photo and name read by BC faculty, staff, and administrators. Again, it's happening right here on KGET Sunday at 6 p.m. In our 17 Business Watch, if you've been putting off filing your taxes, time's almost up. The tax filing deadline is Monday. Starting yesterday, the United Way of Kern County is offering free tax preparation assistance for low-income families. The organization says it wants to ensure working families in the region apply for tax credits from the state. Trained volunteers will be on site to offer help. Today's event runs until 5 p.m. with more again on Sunday and Monday. For more information, head to our website, kget.com.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.